Hey, if you need a bunch of packing cubes, maybe Pakt's new packing cube pack is for you. Here it is. Inside here are 6 packing cubes, and we have, let me just read this funky little label, 2 large packing cubes, 2 small packing cubes, 1 double-sided packing cube, and 1 drawstring stuff sack, and they all stuff down into this little carry sack. So we're going to check it out today. So these packing cubes are all made in Vietnam. They come with a limited lifetime warranty, and they are made of 80D and 160D nylon ripstop. So that is the material on all of these. We're also seeing some YKK zippers. These are number 5s, and then they have zipper pull tabs on them as well. This see-through section on one half, and then on the back half we have that ripstop. It's quite a light material, and I like that there is some transparency there so you can see what you've packed in your packing cube. Now this one is the double-sided packing cube, and then we also have these 2 small packing cubes, and then 2 large packing cubes, and of course it all came in this stuff sack. So let's run through the dimensions. Starting with the stuff sack, this comes at 32 by 13.5 by 8 centimeters. The double-sided cube is 32 by 16 by 8 centimeters. The small cubes are 27 by 16 by 8 centimeters, and the large cubes are 27 by 32 by 8 centimeters. The material is water resistant, and it's also an eco-friendly, sustainable, recycled material. Okay, feature-wise, we have a grab handle on the top, and that is the same on the small and also the double-sided one. The double-sided one has a grab handle on the bottom. But other than that, it's quite a straightforward packing cube. We don't get a clamshell opening, we've just got that sort of top loading, which I don't think is going to be too much of an issue for packing out. It does open quite wide, and you do have access to the whole packing cube. And then that's the same also on the smaller ones as well. Of course, on the double-side packing cube, you do have access to both sides. You could do clean stuff on one side, you could do dirty stuff on the other side, or maybe you just want to organize some things differently. The stuff sack, which also has a little grab handle on the top, this is something that I think is a great way to not only store all the packing cubes when you're not using them, but this could be maybe your dirty laundry sort of bag, or maybe if you've got some wet stuff or some smelly stuff, you could sort of put it in here and keep it a bit separate. This comes with a drawstring, which has a nice little lockable mechanism there. So all in all, pretty straightforward stuff, not trying to do anything out of the ordinary. Let's load some of them up with some clothes, and we will see how they go in a backpack. Okay, so I'm going to put some underwear on one side there. Let's see how it goes if I sort of push it a little bit. There we go. That's 5 pairs of underpants. And we'll load up the other side. And then, so that's 5 socks. So that's about almost a week's worth of socks and underpants. And that sits in that cube there. And that gives it actually, it's got quite a bit of structure for a cube that doesn't itself have a lot of structure in the design. And I think part of that is because of the way that it is split down the middle, and that's going to pack out really nicely. So there's one cube. Okay, so onto the smaller cube, and then this one I'm going to throw some t-shirts. So those have to sort of slide in. So that's one big long sleeve t-shirt. Throw in another short sleeve t-shirt, but again for a larger gentleman than myself, so just a little bit more fabric. And that's in there as well, and that's a nice little tight little package. Cool, I like that. I like the shape of these. I can see how it's all going to fit in a bag. It's going to be quite a nice Tetris-y situation. In the larger one, I'm going to try and put 4 pairs of pants. And this is a great example of how that see-through mesh on top is going to look. So you can see what's in there, very easy to see. Let's just throw some stuff into this sack. A couple of pairs of underpants, some socks, and a long sleeve shirt here. There we go, so that's the stuff sack. So once that is full, it actually takes on a similar shape to the packing cubes, which is really clever. I like that they've done that, and you can see why that works because of the pattern that they've cut. It's not just one piece of fabric. It's actually 3 pieces of fabric, but they've wrapped the bottom around the flatter, larger side. So that sort of does give it that rectangular shape. So that's going to pack really well. Let's put these into a backpack and see how they all configure. So the backpack that I've been using is this Bellroy travel backpack. This is from their Lite series, so it is quite light. Throw in the big one, double-sided one in here, and that'll take up that space. Throw this one in here. Very nice. And then I'm just going to pop the stuff sack on top there. So when I fold it over, zip up the bag, and I've got everything nicely organized. They've kept it simple, but they've made it work in the ways that it needs to work. And when you do come down to packing it, the size of the cubes themselves, they do work very well This is obviously just one example of a bag. They have been made for the Pakt bags. Pakt put out 35 litre and 45 litre travel bags, so they will go into those very well. But even in a bag that they weren't necessarily designed for, that worked out quite well, and I have a lot of clothes in this bag, very organized, probably much more than I need for traveling with a bag this size. If you want to grab yourself a set of Pakt's packing cubes, links are in the description below, so go ahead and grab yourself a set. If you do, it goes a long way to helping us in the work that we do here at the channel, so we appreciate that. Drop us a comment, leave us a like. If you're not subscribing, join the party. What are you doing? You're a bit late, but we're glad to have you, and we will see you in the next video.